So I just got done making that DWM video, and I realized that the audio is terrible. And the reason why it's terrible, I should explain, is because it was getting my laptop audio. And when I went to go check why that happened, even though I had my brand new mic plugged in, when I tried to toggle my new mic, I got no audio out of that. So basically, all that money I put into that, and I should say it's not just a mic; it was a entire headset with a mic. But yeah, it just doesn't work. The headphones work great; they're fantastic. But the microphone that's supposed to be better, which it is better, just doesn't work. So now it's back to the $30 Turtle Beach headphones that I got when I was 15, back when I had friends to play video with, but whatever. So yeah, my point is the audio quality was supposed to be a lot better, and I apologize because it is quite honestly crap. Anyways, this video is going to be on shell scripting. So I'm just going to go over a little script I made a couple days ago, which highlights the power of piping and just the Unix command line. So let's go through that right now. Oh, let me check real quick. Let's see. Input device is plugged in. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, anyways. So first off, I want to cat out, well, let me just show you where it is. I have this file called bookmarks in the home directory. And all it just has first a column that has the name of a website that I go to. And second, the URL. Yes, I know I have Gmail. Now, as you can see, you already know I use a Gmail, and I'm trying to move away from that. But even if I get rid of that one, I still have my school email that's hosted on Gmail, whatever. But my point is, go ahead and make fun of me. But anyways, we're going to be using this file, and what we want to do with this is have a DMenu shortcut that takes in this file, looks for the titles, presents the titles, and when I select a title, it goes to the corresponding URL. Okay, so pretty straightforward. So this is going to be the first step that we're going to take is using awk to output the first column. Now, a command, or let's say, I don't know what it is exactly, but an option with awk, first of all, with anything, with all these programs, you can press man, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about the programs. But anyways, I'm just going to be going over the options as they are relevant to this project. So we're going to go awk, and we're going to put a curly brace, print $1, which $1, all it is the first argument or something like that of bookmarks. Okay, so what we should be seeing is just a column, or just that file, except without the URLs. Okay, perfect. That's what we wanted. Okay, so the next step is we're going to take this output, and we're going to want to pipe it into DMenu. If you don't know what DMenu is, maybe I can make a video, but I don't think it'll be necessary because I'll just show you what it does. Okay, so we're going to take this, like I said, we're going to take this output and we're going to pipe it in DMenu. Okay, DMenu, just like that. So that if you don't know, if you haven't done any shell scripting before, this pipe means, well, it's piping. So we'll just see. So yes, that is DMenu up here, if you didn't realize. So all DMenu does, whatever, it takes in that standard input, and if I select, let's say, YouTube, it takes YouTube and just returns it and prints it out, or it doesn't print it out, I should say. So the thing you need to understand about Unix, you can print stuff, but a lot of it is just piping strings. So, okay, DMenu returns YouTube. So let's do it again. Let's go to my website, Rudy. Okay, there we go. There's Rudy. Okay, so that's how DMenu works. Now I'm just gonna add a couple things. So the I flag means insensitive. So if I start typing, which in DMenu you can type stuff to kind of query things, and you could also look up substrings. So if I type in YouTube, it comes up. But let's just say I type in, instead of typing in Rudy with a capital R, I just start typing like that. It'll come up anyways. If I don't have it, if I type in Rudy, nothing comes up. So we're just gonna put I. Now, also with DMenu, what you can do, you can have this option called P for prompt, and we're just gonna have go. Just so we know that we're going to that site, like so. Okay, there we go, perfect. So we have DMenu return this one of these options. So I don't know. Yeah, let's just get Rudy. Okay. So we have Rudy return. Now, what we should do is save this to a variable. Now we can. I'm saying a variable. Now we can all do this all for one line, but it's gonna be hard. Well, it's not gonna be hard. It's just gonna become very involved, very convoluted, if you will. But we're just gonna save this to a variable name. So what you can do in Bash, or shell scripting in the standard shell, is, well, not $ name. We're just gonna say name. We're gonna say that this is the name of the URL, and then we're gonna put parentheses, yeah, over this entire command. And we're going to put a $ to indicate that that is indeed a command and not some sort of string. If you use fish, this might not work, but I'm just going to assume you use bash. So that's how it works. And I should say, do not put any spaces. It's not like other programming language. If you put spaces, it will not work. See, it doesn't know what that command. It thinks it's a command. So do not put a space. Just put in equal signs like that. I prefer to put equal signs in most of my code for other things, but do not do that, because I made a mistake and I was scratching my head for about like 10 minutes, like wondering why my script wasn't working. But anyways, do that. So let's just say, let's select that Rudy. Okay, so now if we echo name, it's going to return Rudy. There we go. So now we have name assigned. We have Rudy assigned to name. Okay. Now the next step, like I said, we want to take that name and we want to get a URL so that we can browse with. So we're gonna use grep. So grep, all it does, it finds things, I guess. So let me just show you what I mean. So we are gonna grep. Well, for the problem's sake, we'll just put Rudy and then bookmarks. Okay, so grep is gonna look for a string called Rudy in bookmarks, and it's gonna return to you the line where it finds it. So there you go, that's the line. In fact, we could actually pipe the output of bookmarks into grep, but we're not going to do it this way in this video. So grep Rudy and bookmarks. Okay, now we're going to take that and pipe that output into awk like we did before. So we're going to go pipe awk print the second column because we want that ReadyGHill. Oh, my bad. We want that www.readyGHill.com. Okay. So we want to print the second argument. So there we go. We get the URL. Perfect. So we got a way to get the name. We already assigned it to a name. So what we're gonna do is, instead of having Rudy, so we tested that works, we're just gonna put the variable name. So that's just gonna change depending on whatever we get out of DMenu. There we go. Same thing. So let's go back. So let's run this line again. Let's go to Luke. Okay, so now the variable name changed, and if we run this again, it'll return LukeSmith.xyz. Okay, perfect. So similar to what we did last time, assigning a variable name, we are going to assign a variable name to this line, which, by the way, returns. Oh, let me just do this real quick. Which returns the URL of the name we selected in DMenu. Okay, so like last time, we're going to put parentheses around that line, put a $sign, and we're just going to assign the variable. We're going to assign it to the variable URL. Okay, so if we echo URL, we see it, that it's assigned. Now I should say, if you just do it straight here, as you can see, like, it thinks it's a command, so it's not gonna know what that is. So that's why I'm doing it that way. But let me just see something real quick. Okay, interesting. That still works. Anyways, I don't think that would be the same if you there was spaces or something. But anyways, you should, if you're gonna check variable names like that, do it like this with the quotes. So the last part is straightforward. We're gonna go Firefox and then the URL. So that's the same if I did www.readyGHill.com. So we're just actually, let's just see that first. So Firefox exploded, so it took a little bit, but anyways, here is the website. Now, instead of putting that string, we can just put the variable name URL. So yeah, here we go. So let's quit out of that. Yeah, so if you put it all together, we have name. Boom, get the name. Which let's type in something else, Luke. And then we want to get that name, and then to get the URL. Okay. And then the last step is to go Firefox URL. But for this last step, I'm going to change it because in your profile, you can have whatever browser. If you use Pale Moon, which I don't know why anyone would, but if you use Pale Moon or a Chrome or anything like that, or Surf, you know, you can just type that, which it'll just change accordingly to your profile. Which mine is just Firefox. So we run that. And there we go, Luke Smith's website, just like we selected. Perfect. So that's basically the script. And let me just go to it. So .scripts / bookmarks. So anyways, here we go. So this line, all it does, again, this is just some more shell scripting. But in DMenu, we'll just go to the DMenu part. If you don't select anything, if you press escape, DMenu doesn't return anything. So maybe that's not clear. Okay, let's just get rid of this to show that. Yeah, DMenu doesn't return anything. It just yeah, it doesn't print anything out. I say print, but like I said, it's not returning anything. So yeah, if indeed there's nothing, like it says here, so it's saying if that name, if the title, if it, so basically the way it works, the way these ors, so these two pipes mean or. So the way it works in shell, and actually the way it is in C, if this first argument is successful, then it just moves on. If not, it moves on to the next one. Like I said, that's the way it works in C, and that's the way it works here. Although it's a slightly different context, but it's still the same concept. So it's gonna check, okay, is name, like, does it not equal, that's what this exclamation point means, does it not equal to nothing? If that's true, if it's true that name is not nothing, so there is something, so it's going to run that command. So it's really a command. So it's going to run that, and if that's successful, it's just going to move on because it already executed successfully. So it's not going to even look at that exit. Now, if that fails, if it's false, it is gonna move on, and it's gonna hit exit, and it's gonna quit. Now, why is this important? Because if you don't do anything, if name is empty and you pass nothing to grep, it's gonna bring everything up. So let me just show you that real quick. So when we get URL, let's get rid of this so it doesn't assign anything. So we're gonna grep. So we grep name, and yeah, it returns everything, because at name, like I did before in DMenu, it was nothing. Remember up here, yeah, right here, or oops, right here. There's nothing in name, and we can confirm that if we go echo name. See, there's nothing. To be more sure about its behavior, if you put nothing in grep, there we go, boom, it returns everything. It doesn't filter by anything. So if I were to put, go for DuckDuckGo, it returns that. But if you put nothing into grep, it just returns everything. So then what would happen, I'm not going to show it just because it's really annoying, to be quite honest. If there's nothing into name, and you awk out all the URLs, because that's what's going to happen, and you put that into the browser, it's going to go to every single link. So that's why I have this safeguard right here, to make sure that there is something there. So that's just like a little aside. But anyways, this was meant to be an introduction to shell scripting, just using some basic commands from awk and grep, which are pretty powerful, while using it in the context of a project, or just a little hack, really. And that's really the only way you would learn this kind of stuff. Not really, at least in my experience, it's always been in use that I learned the most. But that's how you would implement a kind of a bookmarking system without using a specific browser like Firefox. So in fact, let's just echo browser, like I was telling you before. Mine's set to Firefox, but in your .profile or your bash profile or whatever, you can just change your browser. And if you change your browser to, like, I don't know, you switch from Firefox to Surf, then you would just need to change that, and it would work the same way. So I already have this integrated. So let's type in bookmarks, and like I said, just go to my site. There we go. But anyways, I hope that was helpful. I ramble a bit at the end here, but I cut that part out, and I just want to summarize it by saying you might not see videos in a while, but probably not as long as it has been anyways, just because I'm lazy. But you're not going to see videos for a little bit, because I am going to be installing Windows on this computer, because I have to. I say I have to because I tried to install this program called Quartus on my computer, and it didn't work. there was some library thing, and it's basically really only supported for Windows. I mean, technically there's Linux support, but it's so bad. So that's unfortunate. But on the bright side, I have a ThinkPad T420 that I have Arch Linux on. Actual Arch Linux. I'm in jar like this thing that I'll be using to make videos, I imagine. But I got to get that set up. But it probably won't be that big of a deal. So hopefully it's not too long until the next video. But just as a heads up, I've been using this computer just because it's not a correlate. It can actually handle screencasting pretty well. But anyways, just as a heads up, that's going to be happening soon. And it should be happening soon by the time this video is up, actually. If you're one of those people like gave me a USB for Windows, yeah, you should have it back by now, or not. If not, I'd be super embarrassed. But anyways, see you guys. Thank you for watching.